I made it to the top of Castle Craig. There's the castle. Where did I park? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I see this lake over here. That's where my car is. And then I hiked up here. Beautiful views. Absolutely insane. It was so hard. But I've done it before, so I knew I could do it again. And I'm gonna go back down. It was really steep, there's a lot of rocks, but it gave me a lot of hope because I saw like 5-year-olds with their parents, and I was like, okay, this 5-year-old can go up this hill, I can go up this hill. And then I saw these two guys, they were cute, they were like, hey, and I was like, how close am I? And he was like, it's like another quarter mile. I was like, okay, I can do that. I'm so proud of myself. It's about a 3-mile hike overall, so I'd say I probably hiked 1.5 miles to get up here. I'll show you the view. Fucking crazy, dude. And this light on the American flag. I'm so proud of myself. Words can't describe. I'm gonna go up to the lookout and commence my time here, and then I think I'm gonna go get some crepes or something. I don't know, there's frozen lemonade over here. I might have some of that. Okay, I just hiked up this mountain 700 feet. Well, I don't actually know if it was 700 feet, but the elevation I was at for the entire hike goes up to 700 feet. You can see I've exhausted myself in a way. I could go more, honestly. My legs don't really hurt that bad. It was a really nice challenge. I liked trying to navigate over terrain that wasn't dirt, like this, for example. Ironically, I just twisted my ankle. LOL. The feeling of navigating rock and like steeper terrain is, I don't know, it's just a fun challenge that I enjoy. And I came here 3 years ago now. And I remember hiking with my ex, and she told me that the hike wasn't hard, and I was in way worse shape than I am now. And now I'm just so happy. I wanted to kind of prove to myself that I could do it and kind of reclaim the energy of, you know, activeness, because I used to have this insecurity that I couldn't be active, and that essentially everybody I was with, all partners and friends, are just like more agile than me. They're just in better shape and they're more athletic, and I just want that to be done. I'm kind of over that at this point. So I'm trying to show myself how much I'm really capable of in the real human domain, in the body domain, and not pushing my body to some crazy standard or anything, but like, for example, I already knew I could do this hike because I did it before in worse shape, so I was excited to see what kind of shape I would be in now. And I remember going up that steep rock hill. It's probably like 1/2 mile maybe of steep rockness, maybe only 1/4 mile, and I remember last time being like, like, when will it end? And there was that perspective shift of like not knowing essentially where the end was, not knowing the trail, not knowing the terrain. And at the time I was upset because my ex knew the terrain and she didn't tell me like how steep it was, or maybe she didn't remember. But again, that perspective shift, having already done the trail in worse shape, I now did that, and it felt so good to do it by my fucking self, by myself. And I saw some great people along the way. When I saw a little kid coming down the steep rocks, I was like, oh, if a little kid can do it, I can do it. And their parents, like one guy had a baby on his back. I was like, bruh. So yeah, I feel so good after having completed that summit. And I got to see the top of Castle Craig and reclaim a lot of energy that has been elsewhere. I love exerting myself. It's so fun, and I don't know, I'm really grateful. I don't know. I'm feeling really happy because I've been talking about this metaphor of like going to the summit. And as I was going up and down the summit, I'm getting closer to the road now. You can hear the cars. As you get like closer and closer to the summit, you get more and more like, that was when I saw people and they motivated me. And the guy's name was Gabe, which gave me Archangel Gabriel vibes. And I was like, am I close? And he's like, you're so close. And I was like, okay, cool. Because it just gives you that extra push that you needed. So it's like, I had to push myself to get up. But it's when you get close to the top and you're ready to give up that other people come in handy. And I was worried about that for this hike. I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, and I said to myself, if I get tired, I can turn around. It's not the end of the world. I'm by myself. There's no goal. The goal is to get to the top. But if I don't, that's okay, you know? But it felt so good. I can't get over how good it felt. I want to do it again. Not right now. But, and something about hiking alone too, like not having to change your pace. Ooh, there is some bugs here. I don't have bug spray. Not having to change your pace. Woo! Almost twisted my ankle. For other people. Whether it's faster or slower, is amazing. And the different muscle groups that you use, like, so when you have like a lot of uneven rocks and steep terrain, it can be challenging to go up because you have to like find where to put, it's more like rock climbing. But when you go down, you really have to sit in your pelvis and like use your core, because one slip backwards and you're smacked, you know? So there's a whole different perspective. Like once you are working towards the top, there's a couple of different perspectives. When you're working towards the top and basically like not sure what it looks like yet, or like in my case when I've been there before and I'm working towards the top, you're moving towards something, and then once you get to the top, you have that moment, but you still have to go back down the mountain. You still have to go back down. And you can choose how you go down. There's a couple of ways to go down this one. I chose to go back the way I came because I wanted that perspective in my body. What does it feel like to genuinely go up and down the same path? Although this path isn't exactly the same because it's a loop. This is a little gondola? That's not what it's called. Gazebo. I have pictures. It's so funny. I have pictures of me and my ex. Oh, I'm covering the camera. LOL. Am I a vlogger? No. I have pictures of me and my ex here. And I remember, I don't know, I've just really given away my authority to a lot of other people throughout my entire life. I have let other people dictate what I do and what I'm capable of. And I just don't want to do that anymore. And this hike is kind of just me proving to myself that I can enjoy the same things that I enjoyed with other people, and perhaps even more. Like I can enjoy the hike even more by myself, because there will always be somebody who is coming down the mountain or going up the mountain. Like the mountains I'm climbing aren't necessarily unpopulated and deserted, right? There are other people maybe going at different paces through the mountain. So I feel like this metaphor, like I can really trust that even if I come alone, there will be people near the top to motivate me, to keep me going, to feel good. So thank you, Gabe, for that. And I just love seeing my face like this. It's like 85 degrees. I can't stress enough how happy I am. Like I needed this today, and I just like whipped out my camera and started filming. I didn't plan on filming. I thought maybe if I felt like it, I would, but I didn't want that to be the reason that I did this. Like I think a lot of times, especially in the influencing space and the vlogger space, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go do this so I can have content. No, I need this, and I wanted to share because the feeling that I have making this trip is just epic. Reclaiming my power, my sovereignty, my desire to do things. Like I said, I used to always rely on other people telling me what to do, whether it be my parents or my partners. Like, oh, hey, what do you want to do this weekend? Oh, I don't know. What do you want to do? And then I become, kind of a shell of myself, and I just like things that the other person likes, and I do things that the other person wants to do. And I like trying on new things. Like I like meeting new people, trying different things. I like getting into new hobbies, and I'm never going to say that I don't. But when your whole identity becomes losing yourself in a relationship and forgetting who you are and why you're here, and that has happened to me one too many times. I'm a lover. I really lose myself in my relationships, and I think up until this point that has been quite purposeful to learn how to love and learn how to really let go and surrender. I actually learned how to let go and surrender for the first time like fully using plant medicine. And then I was able to integrate and apply that to the way I was living my life and my relationships. And I was like, oh, what I thought was love wasn't love. What I thought was care wasn't care. Well, it could be care, but like I completely in 2020 and 2021, like got just a perspective shift that I needed. And now I feel like I'm embodying the perspective shift that happened so many years ago. I feel a little bit late to the game. I feel like sometimes I have nothing to show for all my efforts. People who are closest to me have made fun of me and mocked me for the things I'm most passionate about. My ex, the same one in particular, who came with me hiking here, like she made fun of me. Like when we broke up, she basically said that my dreams were stupid and that like it was really hard to hear, especially after being with somebody for years and then telling them how much they love you and then going cold on you and making fun of your dreams and your passions. And that really was a setback for me. That was tough. And a lot of the times in my relationships, and especially the way they end, it can be really sad for me and perhaps for the other person, because what happens is typically the pattern is I vocalize a feeling of dissatisfaction in some way, shape, or form, and how we move from that. I've always wanted it to be like two people working things out together, but that never seemed to be how it goes. And I think it took me a while to get the courage to believe that was even possible. But then a lot of the time, the other person just goes cold and puts up those walls to protect themselves. I become the villain, and it's so painful for me, but ultimately it ended up being better for both of us. She's in what looks like a really happy relationship with somebody I think more suited for her and her lifestyle, and I am doing the same thing. So I feel like, I guess this is me processing my breakup from last year. I feel like if she heard me doing this and talking about her, she'd be like, wow, she's not over me yet? That's crazy. And it's like, that's not what this is about. Like, I was over her when we broke up. Like, I don't end things with people unless there's no feelings there. Like, I will hold on to the relationship until the very last second, because if there's love there, I don't want to let go of it. If there's love there, I don't want to give up on it. And what I've learned over time is that protecting myself, like these other people be doing, putting up their swords, putting up their shield, right? Protecting yourself is sometimes necessary, but it doesn't sit right with me to like go cold or anything. So I'll exhaust every opportunity until then. I'm just excited for this next chapter. I feel like I'm in a liminal space where I'm just in between things, and having taken a break. Day 3, not having TikTok and Instagram. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Like, I don't think about what I need to post. I'm not thinking about what I look like. I don't know. It just feels good. And it just feels good also to have my privacy. We've come to a fork. I'm just gonna keep walking on the main path. I think that's probably what's best. I don't know where this will dump me, but I know that the white trail is a loop. And something about me is that I really do be trusting my intuition more than I think other people do, and it's taken me a while to trust my intuition, because I used to think I trusted my intuition, and then my intuition wasn't really my intuition after all, and I had to go through a whole period of that. But me now, like, I'm just one of those people that like trust that everything is going to work out. I'm not questioning things. I'm not wondering what will happen, oh my God, what happens if this happens, I like to be prepared, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to ruminate on all the possible things to go wrong, so I can be adequately prepared and like over prepare to the point where it's unnecessary. I don't need to over prepare. I am prepared as is. If I have a feeling that I want to go do something, then I can do it. Period. Full stop, Look at this beautiful path. Every time I turn the camera, I twist my ankle a little. Okay, I'm gonna go because I'm descending and I want to focus on my body and the way I'm interacting with space and nature. But I wanted to share my feelings that I had. I love you.